that so go well. Lots of people do a Wednesday to Saturday game. But what's the reality of the back of that Sunday late game in terms of routine, your coaching? I mean, did you even go home last night or did you come back this morning? How many training sessions are you going to have? What does that look like?
First and foremost, it's we're not the only team in the world that play Sunday, Wednesday, Saturday. And by the way, we've done it many times before. And I think the biggest run of games we had, I've said that before, were in the season we got promoted, where we had 21 games, I think, more or less back to back, like, Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday, Wednesday, was, it's like that. In the championship, less resources, smaller squad, and we managed quite well. So I'm just talking about the optimal preparation that give you the best opportunities to compete in both competitions. And I said before that we were the team with the least turnarounds in hours from game to game. We had 140 hours, Newcastle 168, and Liverpool 193. So that means something for recovery. No complaints. It is what it is. We wanted to do our very best to compete. I got all the information and knowledge from where I tried to pick a team that is where we can compete Sunday, Wednesday, and of course on Saturday. We when we went into the Sunday game, when we started to plan a little bit, it's always a game by game with me. You know that, Gail. Try to win the first game, and then take the next one. But of course, we have a little in the back of our mind. How can we prepare the best way? When we started there, we were still trying to pick the best team, and now 3 days later, we just lost 3 players. So that balance of having enough players to compete in every competition, that's the balance I need to hit. And then coming a little bit more back to your original question. So we stayed up in Newcastle last night to sleep. I think that was a very good choice. Had a good night's sleep, and there was a treatment last night, very late, to 1 a.m., 2 a.m. for some of the players, and especially the staff. Then breakfast, we had meeting this morning, the staff 8 o'clock, and carried on until we left, more or less 10:30. Traveled back in, meeting with the players, recovery with the players now, and some of them still got treatment. And then the players meeting in a little bit later tomorrow, to try to make sure they get a good night's sleep and all that, but also that we can start. I like myself to start early, so I'll be in 7 tomorrow and try to nail the final plan for Nottingham.
And that's probably a bit more manageable when you won, I suspect it was.
Much more easier when you win. So we should just have won, then it would have been no problem.
But it gives you a quick turnaround in terms of a response. You know how good you have been at home this season.
Yeah, but we said that to the players as well. I'm very comfortable that we are confident that we will go out and perform on Saturday. We know it'll be difficult. We're facing a very good team. They've been unbelievable this season so far. I think right now they are the 3rd best away team in the league. They went to Anfield, relatively difficult place, beat them 1-0. They went to Old Trafford, difficult place, beat them 3-2. Went to Chelsea, Stamford Bridge, drew 1-1. They've been very good. They're very good to do what they do. They sit a little bit lower the most of the time. Of course, they can press high in spells. They defend unbelievable well. Open play and also on set pieces, and they are such a threat on counters. No matter who they play, we know, of course, Gibbs White, Solanka, Hudson-Odoi, such a threat there, and of course Chris Wood. And Wood, he got it, maybe probably play some of the best football of his life. He looks fantastic so far. So it's a team we respect massively, and it'll probably be quite tough to break them down, but we will give it a big go, and we believe, of course, that we can do it.
Obviously asking a lot of your players, aren't you? As you mentioned, you possibly lost a few more for the weekend, and Van der Berg got injured in the warm-up, didn't he? Pinnock had to come off after 13 minutes. Where are they at? Any chance of anyone else being back?
So the good news is that, which we probably knew before already, that Christian will be ready, and he will of course start on Saturday. I haven't named the team yet, but I think that's quite obvious. Seb got a minor growing injury. I think it'll be too quick to turn around for Saturday, but we will see the next 24 hours or 36 hours to see if he can be ready. Probably too quick. Ethan, I don't know the full picture, but of course, when it's a hamstring injury, full sprint back, it's never top. So probably we look at a longer one, but I don't know that yet. And then there's Thiago. He got a joint infection. Very unlucky. So I don't know how that happened, but that happened, unfortunately. So yeah, we will take care of that, and I don't know how long that will take.
You are always somebody that is always so positive, always so upbeat, but today you've just been a little bit flatter than normal.
Yeah, I just think it's how often do we have a press conference the day after?
I mean, it felt like a blink of an eye.
Yeah, exactly. So I think I'm just a human.
But you're normally a very, very positive, upbeat human, even when you're.
Yeah, and today I'm okay. Of course, it's the point that we lost. As you always say, 24 hours. You can be irritated, frustrated, and we're still inside those 24 hours. So I'm allowing myself still to be a little bit down. Tomorrow we'll come in, good energy. Saturday I'll make sure we're there.
And just finally, we've talked a lot about the disparity of home away. I mean, essentially, it was defending that let you down last night. And I just wondered, when you look back, actually, your season, but all the attacking football, you've actually come pretty cheap when you were down to 10 players.
So maybe we should do that. That's easier, no?
But
yeah. No, fantastic offensive form in general. Our players are in a top place. Brian, Wissa, Damsgaard, Kevin. If you take those four, wow. So that's very optimistic about that. Also, Damsgaard, Brian, Wissa created a fantastic goal yesterday. And actually also created the biggest chance of the game, where Paris also contributed, where Wissa was clean through. So that I'm convinced will create. Of course, we need to look into to defend better as a team. I actually think we didn't give much away last night. Last night we, first half, Newcastle got 6 shots. 2 of them they hit the target. One from the edge of the box where it was bad clearance, and one of our strikers need to be there outside the box. Fine shot, but he doesn't score from there all the time. And then a well-worked corner routine from Newcastle. That's it. So we spoke about this morning, or not this morning, an hour ago, that sometimes you play games, and especially away from home, especially in a quarterfinal, where you are in the game. You're not creating much, but they're not creating a lot either. Then it's 0-0 at halftime, and then you go from there. Or it's only 1-0, and then the game is still open. So that's things we definitely need to do better.
Yeah. Hi, good to see you, Thomas.
Good to see you.
Question about the December period in a positive way, if it's possible. December is a challenging period. The games are coming thick and fast. Not too much time to recovery. But still, when you look at December, the festive season, what makes you, what do you enjoy the most about managing the Premier League, the tradition of playing it around Christmas time, the history?
Yeah, I'm very, very pleased, and I feel very privileged that I'm experiencing a league going all in through Christmas or New Year's, and it's special. It's unique. And in some ways, I think you forget a little bit it's Christmas because it's just relentless, just going on. There's another game you need to prepare for, and you need to be ready for that. But I like it. I like that rhythm of games. No doubt about that.